What's up, old school homies? Today we're going to be reviewing Natural Light. This is a beer that is pretty popular. It's the more affordable Bud Light. I would say it's a similar recipe, but better. I don't really like Bud Light, but I like Natural Light. Does that make any sense? I also like Busch better than Budweiser. I haven't seen Busch Light. That would be cool if they had that around here. I'd give it a whirl. So we've got the classic can. This is nice. It's what it used to look like in probably the 1970s, I would say. Maybe 80s. Nice throwback can. Color is pretty straw. Nice head retention today. How about that? Look at it, it's just sitting there. So now I might have reviewed Natural Light before, but the important thing when you're reviewing beer is not to review it once and say it's great. That's really not how it works. If you get that beer over and over again and it's consistent, now it's good. If you get it hit and miss, sometimes the carbonation's right, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's on, sometimes it's oxidized. That's not really what I'm into. I like a more consistent product, and that's why I like Natural Light. It seems to not throw too many off flavors. It's pretty consistent batch to batch. Wow. It's spot on today. Actually tastes like the Anheuser-Busch yeast profile, similar to a Budweiser. It just does not taste like Bud Light to me, so I don't really like to make comparisons. Just because Anheuser-Busch would make this product doesn't mean it really tastes like Bud Light. I would say Bud Light looks lighter in color too, honestly. If you ever want to create more head, just pour from higher. But don't go nuts. Just want some decent... I don't like a thick head, but when it has a texture on the top like this, it's a different experience. Okay. And this might be lower in alcohol than maybe a Bud Light. Usually when you go towards the cheaper beers, 4.2% alcohol by volume. They'll reduce the amount of ingredients, and that's why it's cheaper. Doesn't take as much grain to make a lower alcohol beer. I've made some pretty low alcohol beers myself. I went down to 3%, and around 3%, no, I made one around 2% too, and people don't give a shit about it by then. They just, oh, it's not going to get me drunk, and they put it down. You know, like, what the fuck, dog? This funny ass one that I made was atomic fire cider. So I took a whole bunch of atomic fireballs and a whole bunch of apple cider packets, which you could actually buy. And yeah, I used a whole bunch of them fireballs, man. A whole bag. At least one bag. If not 2 bags. So it came out real thick, right? When I was when I put it into the fermenter, it looked kind of red. And then I actually used a bacteria yeast instead of a regular ale yeast. And it ate it up. Ended up only having a couple of percent alcohol. People liked it when they tried it. It had this tangy kind of green apple flavor with like a cinnamon bite. And then when you told them it didn't have alcohol, then they were just like, oh, fuck it. I'm not drinking any more of this shit. Fucking drunks. I also made another, the very first thing that I ever fermented was, well, not the very first, but the first thing that was drinkably made was, and this is barely too, it was called sati. Sati is like kind of a fermented lemonade sort of a deal. Use brown sugar, lemons. What did I do to my sake? I did something weird. I put some juniper berries in it, and I later found out that they were not all edible. Not every species of juniper is edible. Okay, so that conifer-looking one that they used to block the hedges with, don't eat that one. It didn't hurt anybody. One guy was excited. I brought it to a party. I had a whole keg of that shit, and I brought it to the party. And I didn't have a way to tap it correctly, so I was gonna take it home, but I didn't want to take it home. I just wanted to open it. So we opened the top of the keg, which is like the top of a Cornelius keg is pretty big, and people was just dipping in there, or we'd just pour it. I wasn't even there. I was there for like a half an hour, and then I was like, I'm over this party, and I just left. That happens sometimes. I would ferment something, and then I wouldn't give a shit, and I would just give it away. Every time, pretty much. Sorry, I ate a whole bunch of tacos before this. This would have gone really good with the tacos, but would have fucked up the review because I would have been eating tacos, and you know, who wants that, you know? I want to make you guys hungry. Yeah, I'm drinking in a shed. Gives a shit, man. Closet drinking over here. No homies around. And it's like, do I really go looking for people to drink with anymore? Or should I just keep it here? I'm drinking with you guys, right? Spot on, perfect, clean finishing. Bitterness in the hops is barely visible, which is what I like in this style. No aroma hops, right? No, not really. That was just a little drippy. Slightly sweet, fresh cardboard flavor. It's not that bad. This is a really nice beer. I'm proud to drink it once again. I got a Bud Light sign up there though. Make it a Bud Light night tonight. You can turn it brighter. Or believe me, you don't really want to. Oh yeah. I could even make it flicker. Strobe light. Alright, let's do light show, homies. Sorry, I'll never do that again. Man, that shit is bright. Oh. Been a while since I drank this much beer. But we're getting there. 25 ounces. Did I really ask for that extra fucking ounce? No. But I have to take it. I was leaving work today, and right as I was trying to get out the door, this busser was bringing a tray of, spent food. All the food was eaten. And this one big giant mug of beer had no beer drinking out of it. And I looked straight at that shit like, oh, man, come on. Get with it, You can't just... Fuck, dude. Get with it, right? All right. It was great. What else is there to say about Natural Light? It's real drinkable beer. Simple recipe. It's not overly hopped. It finished clean. It was low in alcohol. It was refreshing. Carbonation is always perfect, same every time. Head retention was correct. Everything was good about it today.